Okay, folks. First off, happy Thanksgiving if you're watching. Second off, I'm supposed to be at our aunt's house for Thanksgiving dinner at 1 o'clock. It's about 15 after 12. I have spent all morning since about 9 o'clock working on this damn hoe, good old GMT 800s. This is the one I stabbed the motor in for me and Cody. This is the replacement. We're trying to get rid of the Camry to get out of car payments, and he wanted a Tahoe, and I said, sure, I like Tahoes. They're cheap. Well, they're not cheap, but they're easy to fix. I can work on these in my sleep, or so I thought. So last night on his way home, we were having some charging issues coming back from Cody's parents' house. The voltage gauge was dancing around, lights would get dim, and then they'd pick back up. Got it here. It was cranking over slow. Now this thing is always cranked over slow. I put a used starter on it. It's just always started kind of slow. Just never worried about it. When I put the motor in, I forgot to hook a ground wire up down here on the radiator support. And that was most of my charging system issues that day. After I fixed that ground wire, we had no problems. Well, this morning I come out here, won't start. Just like a dead battery. Put another battery in it. Didn't really help. Put a different battery in it. No change. Put the jump pack on it. Got it to start. The alternator at the battery was only putting out like 13.1. Cut all the lights and stuff on it. It was dropping down to 12.5. I thought, okay, alternator's bad. Went and got another alternator. There's our old one. Stabbed one of the high amperage, like 190 amp Delphi alternators on there, the good ones. Well, Delphi, it's okay, but it's a high amp alternator. That's what I wanted. Lots of juice. Put it on there. Can't get the fucking truck to crank. Just turning over real slow. Took the battery out of Jesse's hoe, which ran and drove last night. Took a charged battery out. Put it into this one. Won't crank. Cheer. Real. I go underneath the truck. Rusty damn motor in this thing. You know, salt is not your friend. GMT 800s. The big ground lead off the battery right here, the big one, goes down and bolts to the engine block. And the small one goes down and bolts to the frame. And I thought, okay. So maybe it's dirty. So I took the rusty shit loose, cleaned it, put it back together. It was still doing it. It helped a little bit. I checked the other ground wires. Same sort of deal. Sent Cody to the store, got some battery wire or some ground cable. These are 4 gauge. I ran one of these bad boys up there to the firewall. I made another ground wire, ran it down to the valve cover, which is this guy. It's 8 gauge. We've got that one going to the engine. We've got this one going straight to the battery. Now I've got a double-sided battery. It's a side post and a top post. That's a die-hard. So I put this terminal on it, and my thought process was, all right, 2 grounds are better than 1, right? So I put this guy on here. I added this ground wire and sent it over here to the alternator bracket on the engine. And then I ran the factory ground strap that's supposed to go to the back of the head up to there. I ran it to the radiator support and down beside the master power block on the side of the housing for the tensioner thing, the big tensioner bracket. So now I've got 1 ground, 2 grounds, 3 grounds, 4 grounds, plus the factory 2 grounds on a double-sided battery, and I think it's fixed. So we wasted most of this morning chasing battery and charging system issues. Look at it, now the oil pressure gauge is pegged out. It decided to do that this morning, and the sensor, I guess, is stuck now. But look, key on. She goes up, we got the heat on, but listen. Fires right up. Goes up to 14 and then a tick over. Cut the heat off. Cut the rear heat off. Yeah, just a tick over 14. I will take it. So, turn the headlights off. That is the fastest it has ever turned over. So I'm assuming I've got a ground issue somewhere. I even cleaned all these and everything, and it didn't fix the issue. So somewhere down in there, hang on. So somewhere down in there is a ground issue between that cable going down to the motor somewhere. And I'm gonna fix all this, you know, much prettier and change all this stuff out. But first I'm gonna go get a new Optima battery to put in here. This one's 2 years old. It's a die-hard, but I'm gonna put an Optima in it. Then I'm also gonna do the second battery kit that you can get, like the Duramax trucks had. You can bolt those in, you can take this plate out and bolt the battery tray right here and put a second battery in it. And then run your wires around and double up, and then add you some more grounds over here, which I will be planning on doing. So that'll help. I don't know what caused that ground just to all of a sudden short, but coming home the lights were flickering, it would charge, then it would stop, then it would charge, then it would stop. And it's something to do with grounding to the engine, or the engine ground to the chassis. So the GMT 800 forums just tell you to add a bunch of grounds and that'll take care of it. Lo and behold, I chased battery issues and alternator issues for no reason. Now that is a standard replacement 105 amp alternator. This is the high amp one, so I'm probably just gonna go ahead and leave this bad boy in here and say screw it. And my ugly ground setup on my double post battery is working, so we're gonna leave it alone. So that was my Thanksgiving morning. Folks, I hope you have a better Thanksgiving today. We will have some videos coming out this weekend. Yeah, hope your turkey day goes better than mine, and if you're having charging system issues on your GMT 800, add some ground wires. So that's what I did. So I think we can safely say the hoe is buttoned up, ready to rock and roll, because we got a lot of driving to do today. Hopefully she'll be fine. But now I'm officially late for Thanksgiving dinner, which is typical. I'm usually late for everything, so nothing new there. I gotta go shower, change clothes, get ready. And I haven't even ate breakfast yet. I've been out here all morning. Folks, have a happy turkey day. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching. Drop a comment down below, let me know what you think. And yeah, more or less, I just wanted to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. Everybody go eat some turkey for me, some ham. I don't like turkey. And yeah, let me know how you spend your Thanksgiving. I spent it so far fixing this. My one day off. All right, guys.